Hey everyone, welcome to video number two. We're doing this, yay! But I'm really excited and looking forward to this video because this is the first video of 8 or 9 episodes or videos. I don't know, what do we call them? It's a series of videos about marathon training, and I hope you all find this very interesting because this is coming from a point of view of someone that really isn't into running that much. I was an athlete, I was a tennis player. I do not like running long distances, but this whole process of long distance running has been teaching me so much. And I did do a marathon last year in November, so I trained for that. And I was going to video it, but I'm really happy I just took the time to learn and process and understand what really worked best for me. And that's what I'm going to share about this training for the Los Angeles Marathon in March. Yay! If you can see behind me, you see a sign that says ran a marathon with a cold. So when I did the marathon last November, it was in Athens, Greece, which was absolutely insane and incredible, running the original marathon route, that where marathons are named after, or what marathons are named after. And unfortunately, after I was there for 48 hours before the race, I got a really bad cold and wasn't even sure I was going to do it, but I'm really proud that I did. It took me 5 hours, which I was not planning for it to take me that long. It was really hard and hilly and just brutal, but it was a beautiful day. And you end in the most incredible stadium where the first Olympics was held. Oh, just life changing. I was crying, I was in pain, but I'll never forget it. And because of that experience, it made me want to see what I could do when I can run it healthy. And that's what I'm going to be doing, running in LA in March. So that's 9-ish weeks away now. So I'm going to be sharing 8 or 9 videos about my process of running the marathons, or training for the marathon. Sorry. Um, in this first episode, which this is the full intro for, I am I'm I'm going to say is one of the most important parts of training, and something I'm really excited to share with you all, because I think movement prep, which is will be about, is so overlooked, and it's overlooked in all parts of as a personal trainer. It's something I actually focus on probably the most with people. Injury prevention. If you're worried about that you're not flexible or mobile enough, all of these things are for that. And then it also just makes your training that much better, that much more successful. And I think it's like a mental prep as well for whatever is to come, whether the workout's going to be exceptionally hard, tough, easy, whatever. It's just fun to look forward to that, knowing your body is ready to go, or as ready to go as possible. So, following this intro, you're going to see my movement prep and me talk about why I do those things and what I'm preventing injury wise, from, or preventing flare ups from previous injuries. And yeah, please enjoy all of that. And if you have any questions, please comment below, or you can DM me on my Instagram, or which is at Eliza Julia Davis. Here it is. And yeah, I hope you enjoy it. All right, y'all, let's get into some movement prep with my all-time favorite, foam rolling. Just so you know, this video is sped up just a touch, so you're not watching me roll around forever. But start with your calves. Calves, you're about to go for a run. The calves cannot be tight. We don't want to risk any calf pulls or strains during your running, and up into the hamstrings. People's hamstrings are typically not as tight as they think, but I like to give them a good roll around real quick, and then up into the glutes, focusing on the glute minimus, which for me is always the tightest and one of my favorite places to roll out. TT! Tyler's making an appearance, yay! And finishing up that glute, we're heading to, you know what, I take it back. The upper back is actually my favorite place to roll. It feels amazing, and you might have slept wrong, you might have been sitting all day, and it just feels really nice to open up that upper back. You want to start mid back to upper into that scap area, which usually is pretty tight for people. And moving on to the all important quads, which you gotta roll these out because you use a lot of quad action during running, of course, of course, of course. So spend time on these if you want. I always go about 5 up and downs each body part, but it just depends. And I say it just depends because you might be really sore and tight from a previous workout, so you might just want to spend 10 rolls or 30 seconds on that body part. Usually for me, it's my quads or upper back that are the most sore from my runs or workouts. Yay! All right, you're done. Foam rolling is amazing. Do not slack on the foam rolling. All right, we are moving into the strength and mobility part of the movement prep. Quickly sped up moving version into it. These are seated leg lifts. They are some of the best PT quad exercises you can do. Just really keeps the knees really nice and healthy. Highly, highly recommend those. Then I go into a glute bridge to single leg because I want to make sure I am activating both glutes. Sometimes with both legs down, I don't activate quite as well as I want to, and you want your glutes to be a really helpful supporting muscle for your runs. They are so important, and keep your hamstrings healthy. Obviously, those can get pulled very easily during running. So I highly recommend a glute warm-up. It can be this, it can be double leg, add a band, do side steps with the bands, single leg hip hinges. Those are all fantastic, but I like to flow, so these are the ones I do. All right, awesome job. So now we're going to move on to core and back activating. I do a beast to plank because it activates my quads a little bit as well and is really good for shoulder stabilization, and obviously the core is the main focus to warm up. Now, I like to do some scap retractions because I have a shoulder injury, but it's also just really good to make sure those scaps are working, the back is warmed up because you do use a lot of your upper back while you're running for the arm motion. And yeah, I like to do 2 sets of everything if I have time, but one is a-okay if that's what you have time for. Just get that movement prep going, y'all. All right, let's stand on up. Dynamic movements. So march in place, skips are next. And yeah, I just want to get the blood flowing a little bit more while I continue to stretch the body and get it, again, prepped. We prepping. And knee hugs are my all-time favorite thing in the world. So I do these all the time. And quad stretches alternating each time. You're never holding a stretch when you're preparing for movement. Hey, y'all. All right. And then these are called hamstring scoops. You don't have to skip in between them, but I'm just getting ready to go and for a run. So every little bit of movement where I'm on my toes, I just really love. And into some pogos, which are a little bit of calf warm up that I do. 2 pogos into a squat, a little more quad action. And then last thing I do is a single leg hip hinge to a hop. So it gets that power flow going. Do about 5 each leg on these. You don't have to twist around. I'm just trying to show you different angles and to see kind of how I move. And doing both legs, it's really good for core. Get those arms flowing, that single leg movement flowing, and a final booty shot. And let's go. Good job, y'all. All right, y'all. So I'm just editing this video and I want to finish it by emphasizing that the movement prep I did is what I do. And it really works for me in my previous injuries and preventing future injuries and just feeling really fantastic during my runs. So if you want to figure out what your movement prep should be, comment below or DM me at Eliza Julia Davis. I think I said that in the intro, but I want to help you. I want to help you figure out what's great for you because I promise you, since I've been doing all of this movement prep, since I figured out what's right for me, I've had no issues. no issues. So check it out and have a wonderful day.